If you can do the normal stroke, you can do the hook serve. I invented this. Yes, I'll apply for a patent tomorrow. For the hook serve, I suggest everyone serve sidespin topspin. Sidespin topspin is the most useful. But I found that once you expose it, it becomes useless. Too obvious. Then it doesn't work. How can I make the sidespin topspin look like sidespin backspin? I'd say the hook serve with topspin is like looping, while the hook serve with backspin is like pushing. Look, this is pushing. Then hook serve. It's just a larger push. Normally I push like this. Now I push like this. Now look, doesn't it look like a hook serve? Yes, that's the hook motion. Normally when looping, it should look like this. Now you just turn sideways, but your looping motion is still from back to front. Hooking the loop. Isn't that a hook sidespin topspin serve? That's the topspin trajectory. Only the bat angle is different. And the swing size is different. Why do so many players struggle with sidespin topspin serves? Because they don't use a looping motion. They use a pushing motion. So the ball ends up half spin or no spin. Why does looping generate spin? Because the racket drops down when the ball comes. It moves from low to high. So look, I'm standing here. Normally I loop like this. Now I make a change. I stand sideways. Then loop like this. The third step, I change to a hooking loop. Isn't this the hook serve? Right, I just make the upper arm movement smaller. And more from the forearm. Once you get this, you'll instantly understand how to serve it. It looks just like a regular hook serve. Look here. That's sidespin topspin. Increase it a bit. Increase a bit more. Now isn't that a looping motion? Just hooking while looping. Now I make it smaller. Smaller again. Even smaller. Now isn't that a hook serve? That's how you get a topspin serve. Hook sidespin topspin is still the most threatening. Over 80%, even 90% of serves are hook sidespin topspin. I only use the sidespin backspin as a variation. You have to pay attention. There are two key points for hook serve. First, the swing trajectory. You need to understand that. Because most players they're used to backspin or sidespin. They're used to that motion. Many people are confused. Why does my hook serve go forward, while others' hook serves curve to the side? You're brushing the back of the ball directly, like this. But you think you're doing this. You think your motion matches the coach's. But actually, you're doing this, so your hook serve goes straight forward. That means your force direction is incorrect. It's just like when I tell you to loop drive. You just go straight upward. So your loop becomes slow. Only when your force direction is correct can you produce real speed. Because this swing trajectory might be difficult for many people to grasp. Especially for beginners. First stand sideways and practice the looping motion. Not like this. Don't take the racket backward. It's not from back to front. It's from the right side of your body to the front. Right side to left side. Not from back to front. Then hook your wrist and swing. Hooking your wrist like this, the movement is already too big. Then make it smaller. Use your forearm to swing. That's the hooking motion. Yes, that's the trajectory for a topspin serve. Then control it more precisely. Use your wrist to drive your forearm. That's a hook serve. Yes, that produces even more spin. Now here's the question. First, make sure you understand this swing path. It goes from here to here. Hook and swing. Yes, try it. You've made the movement smaller. If you can do the normal stroke, you can do the hook serve. I invented this. Yes, I'll apply for a patent tomorrow. The second thing is understanding the contact point. This is 12 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock. The table height is about 6 o'clock. Start by brushing from 6 o'clock toward 3 o'clock. Yes, from 6 to 3. That's the hooking topspin serve. Good, lower your center of gravity a bit. Brush upward. If you want to turn this into topspin, the motion must imitate a topspin swing. From low to high. Only by brushing up will it lift. Whether it's left side spin or hook serve, you're always moving from high to low. That's why it only chops. You can't generate top side spin that way. Always from top to bottom. You can't do forward to back either. It must go from low to high. That's the effect you want, right? Push it and it flies. So the two are based on the same principle. Remember, don't hold your hand too high.